Does Keir Starmer support Donald Trump's decision to strike Iran's nuclear sites in Fordow, Natanz, and Isfahan? He hasn't said. He didn't condemn the strikes, but he didn't endorse them either. Yes, he described Iran's nuclear program as a serious threat to international security and added, Iran must not be allowed to develop nuclear weapons. The United States has taken steps to limit that threat, but is that support? Not quite. Behind the scenes, Downing Street clarified this was a legally worded, vague statement, not an endorsement. And vague legalese is exactly what the country doesn't need while standing on the edge of a terrifying global conflict. One thing Labour has confirmed, the UK was not involved in the strikes. So, while we recognise the threat and agree it must be stopped, our government refuses to play any part in stopping it. Even as we now become a target for the Ayatollahs, given our history, we can't pretend to be neutral. This is our Prime Minister. A British Prime Minister. I won't invoke Churchill here, that would be cruel. The comparison would be laughable. With Churchill, whether in or out of office, you knew where he stood, with us. That's not the case with Sir Keir Starmer. His silence fits a broader and more troubling pattern. From the start, Starmer has seemed more comfortable serving the interests of other nations than his own. His Chagos Islands deal with Mauritius gave up British sovereignty to satisfy international law. As National Security Journal and Sky News asked, is Britain preparing for war? That deal was described as one of the most unpatriotic acts by a British government in recent memory. Lucky Chagos Islanders may get tax cuts, but UK taxpayers will foot the £30 billion bill. Starmer wasn't under pressure to do it. He simply yielded. He's also agreed to send hundreds of millions to Brussels and granted EU fishing boats access to UK waters until 2038. Once again, British fishermen are sidelined so Starmer can stay popular in Paris, not Grimsby. On energy, Labour rushed to kill off new oil and gas drilling in the North Sea. While families face soaring bills, we'll spend billions importing the very fuel we ban at home. No one else freezes their own resources. Starmer does. Did you know that over 95% of our viewers aren't subscribed to the channel? We totally get it. Life gets busy, and sometimes it's easy to forget. But here's the thing, subscribing is completely free, and it really helps us keep creating the content you enjoy. So why not hit that subscribe button and join our community? It only takes a second, but it makes a world of difference to us. Thank you for your support. Now, Deputy PM Angela Rayner seems poised to approve a massive Chinese embassy next to the Tower of London, despite US fears it could be a spying hub. These aren't accidents, they're political choices. And now, another one. Iran. Yes, the public has no appetite for another Middle East war, but that's not what drives Starmer's silence. Labour's support among British Muslims is cracking over Gaza. For months, Starmer has dodged the issue. And now, he fears backing the US on Iran will deepen the rift. So instead of leadership, we get legal ambiguity. Foreign Secretary David Lammy says the situation is not binary. Defense Minister Luke Pollard refused 3 times to answer a simple question on bombing Iran. And Starmer? Missing in action. Again. He hides behind legalese and the counsel of Lord Hermer, his controversial mentor, who recently compared the UK leaving the ECHR to Nazi Germany. This is what happens when you elect a lawyer, someone who feels most at ease shaking hands at summits, not defending Britain. He says the right things on Ukraine, but even there he quietly reshuffles the defense budget, relabeling domestic spending as military to fake an increase. No wonder Trump didn't bother informing us before hitting Iran. Washington no longer sees us as serious players. We're now lumped in with the French, whose president rushed to denounce the strikes as illegal. The next global crisis is coming. Britain will need a leader. Instead, we have Sir Keir Starmer. No one knows where he stands. Perhaps not even he does. We want to make it clear that our videos do not contain any kind of misinformation. Our only goal is to deliver true and verified news to you. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the UK Brief channel.